How's it going, everybody? We're making more bread today. I told Becky I would make this loaf of bread for her a long time ago, maybe even a year at this point. It is a caramelized onion soda bread. Let me get the camera here. I'll show you what we're dealing with here. I mean, it sounds terrible to me. Well, maybe not terrible, but maybe not great. But to Becky and Sean, sounds great. We got all of our ingredients here. It wants buttermilk. I don't know where you can even buy buttermilk. So we have regular milk, which I'm going to then put. So basically buttermilk is just milk that comes from the creation of butter, basically. And in order to do that, with just regular milk, you have to put, for every 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of like lemon juice, and let it sit and like curdle a little bit. So 400 milliliters is about 1.5 cups. About 1.5 cups of milk. So I got 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. And when that time comes, we will see if we actually get buttermilk or what we get. We will see. So the first step is to caramelize the onions. It said 2 whole onions. I mean, it looks like a lot of onions for a loaf of bread. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, let's head over to the oven, the stove, and caramelize these guys. Okay, the first step is to heat the oil. It says to use sunflower oil. I don't know if I really need to use sunflower oil, but I did. It's only like $2. I assume it heats at a higher temperature or something like that. So we got our oil, heater oil, and our butter up, which I had to measure out 15 grams of butter, and guess what? First time, goated. Boop. Heat butter and oil, and then we'll add our onions in. Okay, butter and oil. Butter's pretty well melted, so we're gonna add our onions. It says 2 whole onions. It seems like a lot. We'll just play it by ear when we go to actually add them in, and we'll see what we come up with. Yeah. I'm guessing that I'm not gonna need the whole 2. Maybe, I don't know. Once they cook down a little bit, cover them, turn the heat down a little bit, let them go caramelize right on up. Whoa. Let them soften on up, not caramelize yet. They will caramelize, but not yet. Let's lower the heat a little bit. Sure. Now it says 20 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Okay, so they look pretty well soft. So we're going to add the brown sugar, dark brown sugar. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Dark brown sugar. Let's get that mixed in a little bit. Not to burn it at all. Whoa, runaway onion. Dark brown sugar, and now we're gonna add the thyme. I said 2 bushy sprigs. My thing didn't come with, there's 6 bushes in here, so de-leaved, so I don't know. Maybe that's enough thyme, maybe not, who knows. Thyme, and also a pinch of salt for good measure. Maybe a pinch more. 2 pinches of salt for good measure. Mix this up. Make sure that it doesn't burn. You don't want burnt onions, you want caramelized onions. Ooh, wow, they actually smell pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's let those cook it up real quick. And then move them to a plate so they can cool down. I also need to set the timer. It says 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 395 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what we're gonna roll with. And also line a baking sheet with baking parchment. Okay, this next part is when we're gonna need the buttermilk. So, I should grab something to stir it with. Okay. Here goes nothing? Oh, I'm nervous. We're just going for it. Let's hope it doesn't like super curdle and it does what it's supposed to do. Stir it up. And then let it sit for 10 minutes. We'll find out, yeah? Okay, who's ready to make some bread? Yeah. We're gonna mix our regular white flour and it calls for whole meal flour. I assume that's the same thing as whole wheat flour, or I'm gonna use whole wheat flour because I don't live in the UK or New Zealand or Australia, so it is what it is. And baking soda. And we're gonna mix these up well and good. And then we're gonna add buttermilk. Half the buttermilk. Is that actually mixing? Yeah, I think it is actually mixing. Mix the flours. It looks like flour. Okay, now I gotta make a well in the middle. Keep that guy over there. Well. Looks enough of a well to me. And then I think it says add the onions too. Let me read. Add the onions and half the buttermilk. Okay, so let's start with the buttermilk. About 3/4 of a cup of this. We're gonna gas perfectly. Nope. It does look somewhat curdled, which I mean, at least I'm not eating it. Becky. Okay, onions. Let's see these. Use this little guy because I don't want to touch them. Oh, they're slooping. It's just a lot of onion. We're gonna start with like half of them, and then because I mean, like, it says 2 onions, but I don't know what they consider an onion. I used sweet onions. I also don't know the size of their onions over in the UK. I don't know what Paul is asking for here. You know what? Onions. Oh my. I mean, yeah, let's just go. Let's just go all the onions. We're going for it. We're just going the whole onions, and we'll see. Onions in. Yeek. I mean, the well is kind of busted because I feel like it was too much onion, but let's just mix it together and see what happens. Mixy, mix. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think we might be okay. We do need more buttermilk though, that's for sure. Till we get ourselves a nice goopy dough. This is the best part. Not. Should have used a flat spoon, except I don't think I have a flat spoon, so, or a flat knife. One of those like plasticky ones, I think. I don't think I have one. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a dough out of this. Oh, we're gonna get one way or the other. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Real easy to get the dough. Okay, we're just gonna add the rest of the buttermilk. Boop. Or buttermilk substitute. Oh, we're making a mess. Good thing Wiley's not out here. Okay, we're staying up for this. Oh, we're making a mess. We're making a mess. I think I might have actually added in too much buttermilk. So let's see here. Sticky, malleable dough. Well, it's supposed to be sticky. It's definitely sticky. I feel like it might be too... It don't look right, but maybe it is right. I don't know. This is where I doubt myself. You can definitely smell the thyme. Wow. Oh my god. It's sticky to the max. Okay, I'm gonna go get this shit off my hands. Okay, I'll tell you what. As it says it's supposed to be sticky. Oh, right in the milk. Come on. Tis definitely sticky. Lightly floured. Okay, we're gonna try to get it out. I'm guessing I'm going to need to do more flour, but let's see here. Flour surface shapen into a ball and flatten slightly. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to add. I'm gonna get it onto the tray first. Onto the. Oh, actually, I don't know. It seems a little bit like cookie mixy. I don't know if that's supposed to be. I don't know if that's what we're aiming for. Cookie mix. It smells oniony and timey though, for sure. Like I'm supposed to scour it, so there's no way that that is gonna scour, right? And then I just use this, which was my extra flour spoon. So now I gotta get another flour spoon. Now this is usually where it goes haywire because I always second guess myself. And like, to me, it doesn't look like a dough. But there's also no picture of the dough to know if it looks like the dough or not. So let's add a little bit more flour. A little bit. We're not going to go crazy. We're not going to go crazy with the flour. Because I don't want to turn it the other way because I don't have any buttermilk. So I guess I add more milk. I could make more buttermilk. But do I really want to? No. So we're going to knead this into a dough, hopefully. Into one that's not so sticky that it's unbelievable. Use the flour on the table too. See, it's already looking better, if you ask me. It's already looking more like a dough. Now, God, it's just a lot of onions. Oh, it's a lot of onions. The cooked picture, you can't really tell, I don't think. Okay. I need more flour. Now, I think another dusting, like what I just did, should be good. I mean, I'm hoping it's not too much. I'm hoping with all my hopes. Oh, look out. Okay, here we go. The final knead, and then we're gonna have to scour it. Let's get it looking like a dough, yeah? God, it's so sticky. We're just gonna go with it eventually, just because I'm sick of washing it off my hands. What does it say? Place on a prepared baking tray using a large sharp knife. Cut the loaf into quarters deeply, but do not go to the base. I mean, it's gonna have to be a sharp knife. I hope this little knife I have here is sharp enough. We're gonna morph it into a dough onto the baking sheet and see what works. Because it's not really. Oh my God. It says sticky, but you cannot underestimate how sticky it is. Hiya! Okay, we're on it. We are on the baking sheet. I don't want to touch the baking sheet when it's over here because it's such a mess. So I'm gonna make it over. I'm gonna fold it into a ball over here. If this works, I will be so unbelievably amazed. See, Becky, I haven't texted you that I was doing it yet because, frankly, I'm giving it about a 10% success rate. That's where we're at on this one, 10%. I really couldn't go higher. Okay, let's swap out this disaster for this clump. For this. Oh, jeez! Baking sheet, lined. It's huge. It's a flattened ball. Just too much. I mean, I think 10% is honestly is high. It's high. Use a large sharp knife to mark the loaf in quarters cut deeply. Dust the top of the loaf with flour. Okay. Now, I know the knife is sharp. It's not that large, and I don't know if it's gonna scour the way it wants it to, but because you know what a dough should look like, and this doesn't look like a dough. I mean, I guess it's so moist. I mean, okay, it's scoured. It's scoured enough. We're gonna dust it, we're gonna throw it in, and we're gonna pray. If you've ever prayed for anything to any god or being or alien or animal, I don't know, some drink, I don't know, maybe some people think like a Long Island is a god, I don't know. 30 to 35 minutes, 395 degrees. Here goes. Here goes. Okay, people. It's a moment of truth. I don't know what to expect, honestly. I really don't. So, here we go. Okay. I mean, I think it could have looked worse. Obviously, I'm gonna have to dust the extra bit of flour off there, but I mean, I'm not gonna say it looks great. It looks cooked. Let me move it over to the wire rack. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's dense. I mean, I think I can cut it on. I think it said I can cut one of the scours. It says cut along one of the scours. I'm just gonna see what we're working with here. Holy crap. Holy. I don't know how that was supposed to help me. I'm gonna have to look inside. Okay. I'm just saying that there's literally no way that is done in the inside. I couldn't really tell, but just based on the fact of how dense it is, I can't see it. So we're gonna pop her in for another 5 minutes. It just can't be. It can't be. Okay, everybody. This is what we're settling on. Is it done? I mean, it's gotta be done. It's just so dense. And I mean, it didn't need to rise. There was no need. It didn't call for it to rise at all. There wasn't even any yeast in it. So, I mean, maybe, I mean, it might still taste great. I mean, I'm not holding out, zero hope that it tastes great. But, I mean, it's supposed to sound hollow when you tap on the base. I can't imagine that it's going to. Maybe a dense hollow. It's probably really hot. I'll give it a try. I mean, maybe the exact opposite of hollow. It's so dense, but I guess that doesn't mean that it's not gonna taste good. I don't know. I guess we'll let Becky decide how it tastes, yeah? I mean, the dusting of flour. Okay, I mean, it is Paul Hollywood, so obviously his is gonna look better, but I mean, when you're talking about such a big difference, and like, it seems like everything that I make that is supposed to, it just that I made out of this book so far, it's just been dense. I don't know if it's because the burger bun's dense. There was another loaf of bread. There was something else I made, the first one that was out of this. It's just dense, and I don't know what it is. It could be the different cooking temperatures, but I mean, at 392 degrees, 395 degrees, 3 degrees, is it really gonna make that much of a difference? Maybe over 30 minutes. The type of flour, I mean, I think I used the right flour. I'm not really 100% sure. Did I put too much onion in? My guess is probably, because I don't know how I could have possibly known the right amount of onion to put in there. It measure everything else by grams and by milliliters. Why not just put, 400 grams, 500 grams of onions? Then there wouldn't be any, miscommunication. Because I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm almost positive that I put too much onion in there, which probably led to also the fact that there was way more moisture being cooked out, which means that it couldn't, cook at the right temperature or the right speed. I don't know. But, we're going to keep trying. That's for one thing. We're not going to stop trying. And, if it tastes like shit, you just throw it away, because all the ingredients cost probably combined $5. So, okay. Thanks for watching the potentially good caramelized onion soda bread. It definitely smells like onion. It definitely smells like thyme. So the flavors are definitely going to be there for sure. Thanks for watching. See you next time.